Chris, good afternoon. Back to winning ways off the back of Wednesday's result. How's the mood been in the camp?
Yeah, it's been good. Players are really, buoyed by the win and the way that we played. I think it was really encouraging. So I felt a good response from them. They really wanted to make an impact in that game. You could sense it as soon as the whistle went. First thing that we did, we were very aggressive and, we look like us. We look like the team we want to be. So I think they've been encouraged by that, and now it's just been recovering really. Obviously, I think it's the first time this season we've gone Wednesday, Saturday actually in the league. So thankfully we're at home. So it's a case of recovering and a bit of training and preparation.
I guess like you've said previously, we've had times this season where we've had to turn things around. Do you believe this can be the start of another run?
Well, you're always optimistic and hopeful that you can get going again with a run. I think we went on a really good run from sort of New Year, January time to just up until the Millwall match. So we've been in good form this year. I've had a little blip, but I'm really pleased to bounce back because that can sort of really start to grow. Those runs that you can go on. So just to make sure that we put that to bed and got a victory and 3 points was really important. So yeah. As I say, we're always hopeful. We go for every game. We're now obviously at home against another good team, so I'm sure it'll be a big battle tomorrow, but hopefully we can do it.
I'd just like to touch on Ethan Laird. It was his first start since being out with injury. I guess it sort of feels like a new signing to have him back for selection.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ethan has been an important player since I've been here. Obviously was in the Team of the Year last year, I think, as a right back. In League One, did really well getting forward and was a real threat for us. And obviously he's good in the air and defensively hard to beat as well. So he really, really liked that. And obviously his season just didn't get going this year because he got injured against Coventry and was out for a long time with that hamstring. So, but he's played on the left, which isn't always that straightforward on your weaker side. But I thought he handled it really well. Very different in his. You can see the style that he brings to it is very different to the style that Kai Wagner will play in it, just based on their qualities as players. So, but I think he did well, and I'm really pleased that he's back with the team now.
And of course, it's not just his energy on the pitch, but he's also a really valuable person to have around the place too.
Yeah, he's a real energiser. I think Ethan is always upbeat. He's one of those you can see him before you can hear him before you can see him because he's full of beans, full of energy, and he gives, especially during those long winter months, you need characters like that can lift the atmosphere, and he's always bubbly and like I say, an important player on and off the pitch.
We know the beast of the Championship and the rather relentless schedule. We're straight back into it tomorrow afternoon. What are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting tomorrow afternoon a really competitive match. I think Sheffield, we never got a chance against them in the first game really to get a foothold because we got a man sent off so early. And I think looking back on those first early minutes of the game, I thought, right, we did concede from a corner, but I thought we could give them a real game here, but we never got a chance to show it. So hopefully, will be a different game tomorrow. They are a team that I think will try to put pressure on us, try and press and get the ball forward early and make it really competitive. So they've got an excellent squad and no surprises that they've grown and picked up since Chris Wilder went back in early season. So yeah, they've got their own agenda, their own objectives, I'm sure, but we're at home. We've got to really try and make it as imposing as we can in terms of our game and what we do at home. So
I think you touched on it there, but we didn't show our best selves back in December at Bramall Lane. We'll be looking to put things right, particularly in front of our home crowd that's been so good to us this season. Yeah,
definitely. I think we're home form wise, we'd be one of, if not the best in the league. I don't know exact numbers, but we'd be definitely right up there and very consistent over the last couple of years. So we've made it a fortress. We need to use that because we've earned that over the many games and situations we've faced. And that first game was, it's always a bit of a bitter feeling when you lose a game. So you always feel that pain, and you look forward to the next time you play against that team to try and put it right. So and again, that game we've unfortunately suffered with a few too many red cards this season, and that was one of them games that we just didn't have 11 men on the pitch long enough to really make a game of it. So it's all the more reason for us to really give it our best tomorrow.
Finally, if we could touch on some injuries, we were without a few players on Wednesday evening. Are there any updates you can share with us on that?
Yeah, so Kai Wagner won't be with us till after the international break. Tommy Doyle has been ill, but he's trained and it looks like he'll be available. August was ill again. He's got some training in, light training, but again we'll see how he is. So there's still a couple of little question marks, but they're all making strides.
Chris, thank you very much.
Thank you.